Good morning, good morning, good morning. I know Brian's still on. We'll wait for him to get over. We'll wait. It's okay. We'll listen to Brian for a little bit. And I have some stinky, stinky ass dogs this morning. I'm sitting here with my very powerful pooders, and it's not me. Oh my goodness, they are strong this morning.
A penny in the hollow cheek, you never notice it. At last, as they exhausted slept, death granted the divorce, and nakedly the woman leapt upon that narrow horse. But when he woke and woke alone, he wept and would deny the loose behavior of the bone, and be modest It was old harlotry, he guessed, that drained her strength away. So gladly for the dark she dressed, so sadly for the day. It was old harlotry, he guessed, that drained her strength away. So gladly for the dark she dressed, so sadly for the day. Their quarrels made her dull
Marie,
and
good
weak,
morning.
and soon a man might fit a penny in the hollow cheek and never notice it.
We're just finishing listening to Brian.
At last, as the exhausted slept, death granted the divorce, and
Enjoying some
nakedly the
tunes this
woman
morning,
leapt
that's for sure.
upon that narrow horse. But when he woke and woke alone, he wept and would
How are you today,
deny
Marie?
the loose behavior of the bone and the immodest thigh.
Hey, MD, good morning. We're just listening to Brian this morning. Kind of getting our morning
That
started.
reminds me that I gotta start working on my lawn. And then I don't have the money to pay someone to do it. Okay. Well, my friends, what have you thought of today's show? And you guys on the replay crew, let me know what you think. What's your favorite tracks or whatever, But here we have.
There we go. We'll just leave it. How are you today, Matt? You were up in the mountains. I saw that. I was on your replay crew. You were up in the snow. Good morning, Amy M. Amy, thank you so much for the day before sending your message to that nursing group. Kind of wondering if it really is, if they're real nurses or not. I didn't do a lot of investigation into the organization itself, but certainly gave off red flags and icky vibes, didn't it? We'll make Brian the center of our attention this morning. I hear the birds chirping outside. I hear life living outside. Kind of a quiet morning. This is Palm Sunday weekend. I see that Scientology is going to have their Sunday Easter egg thing next weekend. I'm wondering if there's going to be any of the protesters able to be there. That's on the 20th. I do too, Amy M. I think they're illegitimate. I mean, are nurses allowed to do? I know, but so if you're like a home health nurse on a nursing.com site, are you allowed to do holistic medicines like that too? That didn't make a lot of sense to me. Here, I'm going to go to that page. Let me take that off the screen just for a second. I sent it to you yesterday. Woohoo! I don't know if you're lurking, Miss Claims Girl, but thank you so much. Woohoo! I'm excited. I just got an email, you guys. That is just so freaking exciting. Well, kind of not exciting, but you know what I mean. Let me find where I sent it yesterday. Okay, now let me come back here, open up my screen. Where did you go? Okay, why aren't you? Here we go. Hey, good morning, Miriam. You're licensed in that state? Amy, I think so. I don't know. I don't know about the legality of that. I don't want to see you get in trouble. So I was looking up, you guys, anybody joining, I was looking up some nerve assist information. Oops, my computer's about ready to die. There we go. And this happened to pop up, this site. And it is telling about how they do nerve assist training. And they show it right away that it's from Scientology. And it's here, I'm going to give the link here. You guys, and I sent it to Amy. Totally looks bogus. Good morning, Irish. Yeah, there's um our one party consent state. Okay. I honestly don't know how that works. Yep, I saw your post about it. Thank you, Amy. Thank you for taking this on. Hello, Irish Mart. Hey, Jojo Bananas. How are you doing today? Yep, I am so glad that I woke up early enough and got my coffee early enough to catch Brian's this morning. I need to. It's not a vent. I'm not venting whatsoever. But I need to talk about something that with this project, and we didn't not do the project. I promise the surprise is still coming. She made me a nervousist when we had the protest. It's a whole lot of nonsense. Well, I mean, if you want to show me and give me a massage, okay, I can take a massage. I just touch my back, massage my back. I'm all for that. I can't either, Amy M. I've got a few things going on today. I can't go either. So I think they're going to have to just be in good hands with probably audit. Is I The surprise is still coming. We need to put our patient's panties on, and I had to accommodate another person's schedule. You had your appointment, walked there slowly for 45 minutes. You got the bus and then walked back, cut the grass, not relaxing and sore, but you're okay. Oh, I'm glad that you're sore, but okay. Exercise isn't a bad thing. You do need some exercise to get the blood pumping. So, for all of you waiting for our surprise, it's still coming. I promise. Don't give up hope. Good morning, Kathy. A deep tissue massage does hurt. It's not just a nice belly rub. That's for sure. How's your morning going, Kathy? I saw MD on here earlier. MD, where'd you go? Are you still on? Again, I'm tired. Did you guys, I'm sure that you have heard about that, the soccer coach that they've arrested in LA, the one that abused and murdered that young man. That's really got me so mad. Nervicist is not massage, it's just light touching through your body, and as soon as you react positively, it's done. You said this feels nice, and then that was it? Well, then that was just a waste of time. I don't understand why Is it so they can just touch you? I see that there's different descriptions and definitions of it, but that's just odd. Dylan was telling me about nervous cyst the other day, and which has got me down the demon hole. I can see the touch assist working in that to get the person to stop. One's broken leg is magically fixed. I may just join you in a second cup of coffee today, Joe. I was listening to Brian and phew, my coffee went bye-bye. Yeah, Amy, I was watching it. How do you're a soccer coach for a competitive league. He's an undocumented immigrant. He has cases that have been uh, taken to the sheriff's office. So they knew he was a potential perpetrator, and they still let him coach a traveling soccer league. Mm-hmm. Yep, nervous assist and touch assist are two different things. Yes, they are. I think what Irish was talking about was the touch assist. Yeah, and yeah, it just makes my blood boil. Yep, it is sick. Now, how did the league let somebody that was accused stay being a coach for 2 years now? I mean, sick, 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 sick. Disgusting. Yep. You know, any coach, any minister, any place where you entrust the safety of your child with them, and that happens repeatedly, yep. If nothing else, us as a community, especially since so many have dealt with child SA and um, it may not be penetration, but it could be coercion with all the talk and the TR zeros and all the sickness of this cult. As a community, we need to rally around legislative changes so this cannot happen. Even if you're accused or being looked at, being investigated, maybe you weren't convicted, but even if you, and I know uh, the lawyer from Pennsylvania, goodness sake, I just can't remember her name. She's on here every once in a while, and I've done lives with her. Carrie J in PA. That there isn't a state by state. There is, like we have the reporting requirements for those that have been convicted and they're on the registry. There isn't one for if you're being investigated. So you can perpetrate crimes in one state and just move to another state. And there's no coordination. And this guy ended up being an illegal immigrant to begin with, but he's been here at least since the teens. So I think we need to rally around legislation, federal legislation. I'm not too sure what it would look like, but I know I have the right people behind us to do it. But it's got my blood boiling. So how that relates to what we're talking about with Scientology, when somebody is being investigated or even moved around from state to state or from area to area, I don't know, Sue. He looked so familiar. Let me go to that page. He looks so familiar. I've asked somebody that I know that's really good at investigating to see. Yeah, I know, Amy, but we need to rally around this. Let me go there. Oh, Antics is live. So yeah, they're looking at look at this guy, you guys. This is the guy, the soccer coach. Doesn't he look familiar? I just know this face. And I don't know whether he was here on a religious visa. His last name is Garcia Aquino. Hey, good morning, Power Lies. He does look scary, but he was the coach for the travel team. Also, there is no coordination of CPS from state to state. The Harmony Montgomery case highlighted that. Yeah. So, yeah, this guy, he was an illegal immigrant. I don't think, I don't know, Sue. And good morning to you, Sue. I don't know, but he looks familiar. I think he might have been here. I think so. Just have that gut feeling. If anybody wants to do some digging, there you go. I'm sure the FBI and the sheriff's office and LAPD are all over it now. But as I said, I know that face. I don't know why, but I know I've seen him in the context of what we've done. I know, and Kathy, I'm sorry that you have to be in that area right now for this. This was a scary thing. How are you doing this morning, Power Lies? But if we could connect and correlate anything, I think this is one thing. All of us, all of our brilliant brains could come together to suggest and propose legislative changes. Something on a federal level, so that way everything's connected. We can't let this happen to our kids anymore. And I'm not going to turn it into a political conversation. This shouldn't have happened. I don't care who's in charge. Yeah, we don't know that, Amy M. You know, we know he has hurt other kids because there were investigations ongoing. Yep, the authorities knew, and they didn't automatically go to the Hurricane Valley boys soccer club and say, get him off the payroll. What the F? What the F? They knew. This was reported. Nobody's allowed to hurt our children. Nobody. Oh, you guys, I'm just over the moon pissed about this. And it's not even in my area, but this is nah, we need to get our hands around stuff like this. I know, but it shouldn't be. It should be a surprise. It should have shocking value. It should, but we're so numbed. We're so numbed as a community, as a people, uh, this shit happens and we're numbed about it. We can't be numb to the atrocities. Each and every case has to hurt just as bad. I right, Amy? This has got to stop. So I'm probably not the 100% correct person, but I'd love to give feedback, and I will assist somebody else that wants to take this on to propose legislation. But they should be. They're our most precious, precious jewels. Yeah, I know, Kathy. I know. I'm just touchy-feely about it. I'm sorry. Our children are our future. Our children are what we're supposed to be downloading beautiful memories into. So there's a call to action, you guys. And there was an interview this morning um, with the previous victim, one of them that had already reported. And of course, they didn't show his face or his real name, which that's very respectful. But he was talking about this could have been me. This could have been me. And I reported it and I tried to say something. And they didn't do anything with it. In fact, they took him to the hospital. He reported it. They took him to the hospital at the time. It's not that he came a year later. The day it happened, they took him to the hospital and the hospital reported it. He was 15. And the sheriff's office dropped the ball. And what repercussions should the soccer league have for seeing that? I mean, I don't know about a background check because I don't know if you can do a background check on an undocumented immigrant. But if he was undocumented, why was he on their payroll? Because, uh, yep, chemically and physically, yep. As a travel coach, you're a paid employee. You probably Irish, Mart. Irish says, I don't think this is anything new. Children have always been vulnerable to these monsters. It's just that we're more aware of these evil bleeps in today's world. Look at the Gabriel Fernandez case in California. It's the state. Amy, I think this is not a state-by-state thing alone. Unfortunately, these monsters are everywhere. Maybe California attracts more, but definitely the soccer club has some culpability into this. They need to be held accountable too. Mm, Sometimes CPS does their job. Sometimes they don't. I don't know a lot about. I've heard some horror stories about CPS, but I've heard some good stories too. They did. They had a duty of care. Yes, they did. And hey, Ice to see, how are you feeling today? Did you get my card? We're glad to see you in here, Eyes to See. Been keeping up with your updates and on your operation this week. Ah, well, I sent it. Hopefully you'll get it today. I sent your seeds and a little card that I made for you. Yeah, we love you too, Eyes to See. I know you're in good hands for good care. Yeah, it probably had to be walked from here to Chicago, and then they put it on a boat to send it up the lake to you. It's coming in by mule and donkey, I'm sure. Oh, good. Your mama came home today too. Wow, they kept her in long. Miriam, I am so glad. Hmm. Yeah, Miriam's still being a mama and papa's girl. Good morning, Rika. Excuse me. Oh, and I heard from YRB last night. She had a successful surgery yesterday and was feeling okay, much better. So she had surgery. We I have not heard from right, make some for some meals and stick them in the freezer for him. I'm glad. I'm glad that they took that into consideration. And then she had knee surgery the other day, and I have not heard. Your dad has another surgery today. Oh my goodness. He's been really just bombarded with medical stuff lately. More hugs, great thoughts, and prayers, Rika. Rika, why is he going to have surgery again? Is the infection? I don't like that evil guy's face on the web here, but I'm going to leave it up there so we have a reminder of a duty to care, that we need to be advocates for our children, collectively and individually. Yeah, that infection. Remember I was telling you about antibiotic beads. Put that in their ear, Rika. Antibiotic beads. Some orthos don't know about them, believe it or not. Yeah, debridement sucks, man. I literally stopped counting at 120 surgeries from debridement. Oh no. Yikes. That's not good. Yeah, definitely, Rika, ask about the beads. Yep, you need your lungs. You need to be able to breathe through all of this surgery. Yes, yes, it is. Get the damn RSV from being in the hospital too much. It's when there's an infection, underlying infection, or the tissue's not healing, and so they go in and they cut out any tissue that's not healing correctly or might be infected. Debridement, yes. And they clean up the tissue so that way it can grow. Good. I'm glad, Rika. Thank you. It it literally saved my life. Literally. For those that don't know what antibiotic beads are, is if there is an infection, an underlying infection, what they do is they bake antibiotics into, they look like little marbles, and then they place them in where the infection may be hiding. And then they sieve out of the marbles in a like 4 to 6 week period. So that way it's directed, an antibiotic is directed at the infection. And they just close it up in there and it works. But a lot of orthopedic surgeons don't know about it, and a lot of infectious disease people don't know about it. But it's definitely a cure. I'm sorry, I've got little Miss Whiny Pants whining here. Yeah, I had mine done at the Mayo Clinic. And as I said, literally it saved my life. It could be. It could be, and then the circulation just isn't getting there to allow the process of healing. It is kind of like water beads, except for they're kind of like marbles, with the antibiotics baked in, and sieve isn't the word, leaches out. It leaches out of the marble on a continual basis and directly affects the infection. Yes, we do. We learn all sorts of stuff. That's what we're here for. That's what friends are for. You know, I, as the barbarian, every morning when I had that infection, every morning they would dump a cup of sugar into my leg, and then every night they would dump another cup of sugar into my leg. It was kind of gross, but sugar prohibits bacterial growth. Good morning, Melody. So it was kind of gross, but it definitely helped keep me alive until I finally found out about hey, Kirby's mom, found out about the antibiotic beads. Wild how my dad is a minister and the body is your temple. And I used to write him about eating terrible and not exercising. Yeah, that's unfortunately. Good morning, Afila. Good afternoon. Good morning. Melody, we were just talking about that. Her dad is having another surgery today. Yep, definitely keep him in our prayers. Yeah, I know it's evening for you. I get time zones all mixed up. Yeah, one of the only saving graces that I had, Rika, was I didn't have feeling. So the surgeries didn't bother me too bad. So I didn't have the pain to deal with. Thank God. Mm. Yeah, it's definitely, I hear you, whiny. I hear you, whiny girl. Can you guys hear her whining? With your ulcers because you can't feel your feet. That it is a blessing. It's a blessing and a curse because it may have been the not having feeling that gave you the ulcers, but then again, getting them fixed up and healed Kirby's my buddy and girlfriend. I know, I call them my nicknames. Oh, do you guys have any good plans for this weekend? I'm probably going to do my morning sunshines tomorrow and Sunday, but a lightened version. Yeah, she does never gets any food. Can I roll my eyes enough, Miriam? Oh, all right, Melody, that's great. I'm glad that it's almost gone. Those little things are hard. Hard to get rid of. The ulcers are hard to get rid of. Oh, very nice. Are you going to the one with the rocks? Hiking in the waterfalls, yep. Up there on the Pacific Northwest coast there, it's always so pretty. Oh, you are not dying, girl. I know. Remember last weekend I was gonna clean and I never did. I need to. Still. I need to get my floors done. I Yep, that's kind of where I was talking about, Melody. That's what actually one of my favorite places to go. Yep, Newport Beach. I've been there many, many times. No more nice weather days at that cult. I did my time. Check. Rika, what time is Papa going into surgery today? Ooh, nice. My sissy was going to purchase a condo, a timeshare there at Newport at one time. She didn't, but it is a beautiful, beautiful place. And she's usually lurking, so hi, sissy. Love ya. Animal Audit Corner. Is there going to be a meeting today? I do believe there is a meeting today. Nisa, I am not going to be able to stream the meeting today, so hopefully Ganja or Audit can stream today. So I do believe there is a meeting today. 2:15 your time? Okay. Thanks, Kirby, for saying hi to Mona says. Yeah, she's usually up this early in the morning and she lurks, but she doesn't talk because she's usually getting ready for work. So I always just assume she's in the background. Rika, I thought Dad was there with you. She's a pain in the butt sometimes. She's my vocal one. He he doesn't. Thanks, Kathy. He doesn't talk like she does. She's a little whiner. Thank you, Eyes to See. Well, thanks, Kirby's mom. Ah, Rika, for some reason I thought they were there with you. Yeah, I'm still up for a beach trip, you guys. Don't count me out. I'll get up there eventually. I promise. Rika, you have told us that before, and I just completely spaced it. Okay, Eyes to See. It's probably too soon yet, but when we can tell boob jokes, let us know, okay? Because somehow that's how I get through a lot of things is by joking about things. I'm sorry, but I'll hold back until you say it's okay. Hey, let's go. Good morning. Ooh, they have a condo that holds 12 people? Well, once a year is good though. And happy Friday to you. How are you doing? Let's go. Nice. That's a large condo. Health is what matters the most. I thank you. Thank you, Eyes to See. Whiny girl. Whiny girl. Public Works is off site today and there's no link to call. Hmm. Let's go there. Girlfriend, you're not dying. Off site. Today is the 11th. It's at Van Nuys City Hall. Yep. Okay, so looks like there is no meeting today anyways. There you have it. Thank you, Miriam. Thank you. Thank you, Miriam. Well, the door's wide open in there. She can go out anytime she wants. I think she's out. She's out of water. I have a dog, Nisa, animal audit, and she's being whiny girl. You, yeah, my body, that's why you were talking about tattoos on Brian's live this morning, and I'm like, I don't have any tattoos. I don't think I have a spot on my body that I could put a tattoo that doesn't have scars. That sounds pretty bad, but I've got scars on every limb. No, it probably is so that way they can get input from other areas of the city. Yeah, seriously, Rika, I stopped counting at about 120 surgeries. It's amazing what the body can go through. Yep, that's probably exactly what they're doing, Miriam. Is just moving it around so people can have access to it. Good morning, Phoenix Book Girl. Wow, that's kind of cool, Rika. Hmm. You would think it would be hard to tattoo in the area of a scar. I guess I've never really looked into it because I haven't found a tattoo that I really want. I'm sorry, you guys. She's just being whiny. But saying that, let me go get her some water and make sure that she's. Oh, you know what? I bet you the door isn't open. Hang on. Be right back, you guys. Come on, girlfriend. Come on. I'll go open the door. Come on. I hear you. Sorry, you guys. Good call. Whoever called on the. Gotta go outside. Gotta go pee. Hey, Dylan. Good morning. My son was here earlier and had shut the doggy door. Good morning, Journey. And that's exactly what she was crying about. She had to pee. How are you doing, the Journey? How are you doing this morning, Dylan? Did I miss anybody while I was gone? And I said good morning to Phoenix, girl. Part 2, went to Antics and asked what I meant. I thought I did something wrong. Turns out just long-winded. Yeah. I didn't see the part 1. Sorry. I missed it. I must have missed it as you came in. Good morning. You're going to get a tattoo for your 65th birthday? Way cool. I tried to say hello and went over by not knowing that's what the one in red meant. I couldn't figure out what I would have said to piss you off and block me from chat. I don't block you. Oh no, I haven't blocked you from chat. Nope, not at all. That's okay. I'm already did my 1 cup of coffee. I'm ready for another cup of coffee. Uh-oh, Rika. Dylan says he never got the email. And hopefully you got my email and the other email yesterday, Dylan, or the day before, whenever it was. Miriam, I want a picture of my kitty and a hummingbird. Yeah, I don't. There's only a couple of people that I have blocked that I don't care to ever hear from, and we won't mention those names. And they're more than welcome to lurk if they want, but I don't see them and they're not allowed to talk. You will, Dylan. Their Thursdays have been kind of busy the last couple of months, so you will. Kathy, what does your kitty look like? You have never sent us a picture. Email me a copy of a picture of your kitty. Right, Joe? Yeah, I just don't even give him the time of day anymore. We've got way too much momentum and way too much going on. Way too much love in my heart to deal with it. Let's go. Your recaps have been just awesome. Let's go. If you're not busy after I get a time on this meeting that we have coming up for this live, could you help me put a preview together? No, that's okay. Let's go. We all know. I need somebody with a little bit more brain power than I have to help me put a couple of preview videos together. I do. I'm pretty sure I do. Let's go. Here, I have a new email that I'm trying to get used to, but I honestly do not know when my other one is going to get cut off, if it's going to get cut off. And that didn't help because I put the wrong number in there. That's what I get. So she's going to recap the actual recaps. That's a funny way to put it. Thank you. Let's go. Yeah, again, my other email is still working for now, but I don't know how long. So we'll just use well, I'll get used to using the new one, and I gotta figure out how to get it on my phone. I'm just techie enough to get myself in trouble most of the time. Yep, let's be positive. Journey, yes, that has been mentioned, and I know MD Media brought it up, and Audit brought it up. Row. That is not who I'm waiting to call. You're hosting OVG's jewelry giveaway later if you want to stop by. What time do you think, Rika? I know somebody asked you that earlier and I didn't catch the answer. Woohoo, coffee brewing. I know, I've got breakfast going on in the oven in there. My breakfast is warming up. I'm going to go grab it here in a minute. Yep. Kirby's mom. Yep. I'm waiting for the answer too. You think you sent it, Kathy? Let me go look. Scientology up north. You are a bright light. Your hard work and attention is an inspiration on dealing with hateful, high-demand religious groups. I'm so glad you've taken up this fight. You are uplifting. Aw, Dylan. Aw, thank you. Huh. She may not have. I know she doesn't get a time to watch everybody. Around 5 or 6 p.m. Okay. I think I do Eyes to See. I think I did switch it on there. Um let me see if first of all, let me take this off. Crap. Now where did my here it is. I did not receive it in there. And did not receive it in there. Sorry guys, looking to see if okay, I did get yours, Kathy. Aw. Here's Kathy's kitty. They are, and that's why we just ignore them and make them go away, and we don't do the infighting. I explained to somebody the other day, I'm not Switzerland. I'm not sitting in the middle. I'm more like Argentina. I know, look how cute. Thanks for the pic, Kathy. Is that what your tattoo's going to be when you turn 65, Kathy? You're a raft without a paddle? I don't think so, Journey 2020. I think you are on a mission and you are on a journey. Yep, even Switzerland has its problems. Aw, she's beautiful. Beautiful, beautiful. And a hummingbird. Yep. So Kathy, if you now that you have my email address, Timus blah blah blah, I don't know long name. Does he like anyone? I I don't know who you're talking about, Phoenix Book Girl. Um I don't get into the he said, she said, trashy talk ones. I really don't. So, and I really, really, really don't care to bring them up. Exactly, Kirby's mom. We are all doing what we can, where we can, and when we can. So if it does happen to be a hateful, spewing channel, we don't talk about them here. We'll let them have life. Yep, do not engage. But thank you for asking. Yeah, that's why we don't even bring them up, Phoenix Book Girl, because they're not worth our time or effort, really. Yeah, even the ones that think they're cute, there's a couple of them that I've popped onto going, I wonder what this is. And so I've watched them and went, nah. You know, if you're not about encouraging, really, oh, I'll have to go watch that, Journey. Kelly SPTV Never In. I'll have to go watch that. I, that's a good question, Phoenix Book Girl. That's not even part of my radar. Exactly. Miriam said it. You'll have to look elsewhere because we don't keep track of them. You're a bad actor, but you're good at improv. I'm horrible at improv. Of course, improv in my head. After um something happens, I think I should have said, or that would have been funny if I would have said it this way. Dylan's one of the heroes. Dylan wears a cape. He just hides it. Right? Your daughter is the actress here. She is too. She gets the gigs. Dylan's one of our superheroes. And you know what, Phoenix Book Girl, we're not trying to come down on you at all. It's just we all have value somewhere. For a bit part in a Tom Cruise movie. There you go. Well, here, okay. I'll give you a good way to measure who you want to follow or not. Okay, rule number one. If you hear piece of shit about somebody come out of somebody's mouth, probably not somebody you'd care to give time and effort and money to, or your hard-earned life to. If you hear don't go there and somebody trying to be controlling, probably not a good person to follow or be with. If you hear, let's save the children, that's probably somebody you want to give your time to. Okay, Melody, see ya. Thank you. Love and light to ya. Lots of encouragement. So if somebody's spewing hate almost to the point of getting it on the TV screen, then I don't know that I care to listen to them. But you do you, boo. That's kind of how I look at things. Those are my measurements. That's my measuring tool. Yep, and we're not going to bite, and we're not going to ask. It's no problem to ask. Oh, there you go, Melody. We'd love a live at Newport. But it certainly is something that probably would be more of a private conversation rather than something like this. It always turns to food around here. So we all have and should have tools, measurement, guidelines, convictions. That's right. There we go, Dylan. Dylan said it way better than me. Thanks for looking back. It can be a difficult place to find a good landing spot. Trust your instincts, and it's okay to set healthy boundaries. Absolutely. We're right here for you. Yep. Joe's a safe place. Miriam's a safe place. We're all safe around here. Yep. We all have things that we can and cannot accept. And we all have our convictions. Oh, hey, yeah. I seen and I donated to the GoFundMe for audit. Thank you so much to anybody that helped out. I know she's going to get that rental chair. And it is okay. It is okay to file reports. Being behind a screen and a screen name and a profile does not give you the right. And good morning, Sophia. Does not give you the right to hurt somebody or threaten somebody. Not at all. Agreed. Sophia, I know you just got here, but I need to go get some breakfast into my tummy and go get things ready for the day. There's going to be a few lives I seen today. And I'm sorry, Sophia. I'll catch you on a live here in a little bit. I'll be in the talk and chat with you guys. Yep, don't drag kids into adult nonsense. That's exactly right. Yep, I'm gonna go do that. Much love to you guys. Have a wonderful Friday, and we'll see you on some chats.